Hello, this is undergraduate level environmental studies from Crypto e-learning Silchar Assam. Today we are going to learn ecosystem, types of ecosystem, function of ecosystem. So ecosystem is basically the interaction of living and non-living entities of the environment. The living entities are humans, animals, plants, microorganisms, everything. And the non-living entities are basically the entities which are not living, like air, water, land, everything. Okay, so living entities of environment are also known as biotic components, and non-living entities are also known as abiotic components. So the constitution of biotic and abiotic components of the environment is termed as ecosystem in a given region. Holistically, we cannot say that this is a ecosystem. We divide the part into different segments or subdomain, and we study the subdomain as a ecosystem. So there are different types of ecosystem. You can see, we will discuss in the future video all these things. So as I say, each of such subdomain are known as ecosystem. The ecosystem is first proposed by A.G. Tansley in 1935. The Tansley says the system resulting from the integration of all the living and non-living factors of the environment. So as I said, the constitution, the integration means constituting the living and non-living being, or you can say biotic or abiotic components of an environment, is termed as ecosystem. Now the types of ecosystem, basically there are natural ecosystem and artificial ecosystem. What are artificial ecosystem? The ecosystem created by man, created and managed, basically you can say, by man, like artificial lake, artificial river, artificial forest. These are controlled by man. They know how many number of trees can be grown, what is the profit and everything. They grown for the purpose, they sustain it for their own purpose. For the natural ecosystem, it is basically, as the name suggests, is created by the nature, and it has different types, majorly categorized into terrestrial ecosystem and aquatic ecosystem. So for aquatic ecosystem, we basically has two major types. That is freshwater ecosystem. Now what is freshwater ecosystem? Basically, the ecosystem of river, lake, pond, these are all freshwater ecosystem. The ecosystem, and the next one is marine water ecosystem. Now what is marine water ecosystem? The ecosystem of like sea and ocean, these are all marine saltwater ecosystem basically. Okay, so these two are aquatic ecosystem. And for terrestrial, I have not mentioned anything in the slide, you can see, but the terrestrial ecosystem includes forest, desert, plain lands, everything. Okay, so we will discuss all these things in the future video. So these are the types of the ecosystem. The structure and function of ecosystem, there are two major parts of ecosystem. There is structural part and the functional part. For the structural part, this consists of the composition of biotic component, what are the types of living organism, what are the living organism that lives in that particular region under study, or we are considering this as the ecosystem. What are the types of animals, what are the types of animals, what are the types of human being, what are the types of plants, what are the types of microorganisms dwelling in that area, okay, or living in that area. That composition of abiotic components means the water, lakes, lands, everything. And the natural factors like temperature, what is the temperature of this region, common temperature, then light, then humidity, everything. This constitutes the structural organization of this ecosystem. The functional side of ecosystem basically deals with the rate of flow of energy, nutrients in the biological and natural processes. like the flow of energy in this particular ecosystem under study, nutrients flow. Okay, how the nutrients flow, what is the food chain, basic food chain. Okay, every ecosystem do not have the common food chain. Okay, they may have a common food chain, may not have a common food chain. So what is the food chain, what is the food wave, which animal exists in the top of the trophic level, which is at the bottom. Okay, uh, uh, these are all comes under functional side of ecosystem. Okay, so we will learn the structural and functional sides of ecosystem in the future videos. So there will be multiple videos, so that in a short video I can complete these topics. Okay, thank you.